the end, I was like, hold on. You don't want me to go and do
The internet is buzzing right now because
A recording that allegedly exposed RemyMa's infidelity was recently leaked. And trust me when I say that it's as wild as you can think. This is why the internet is currently burning. Their once perfect love story is now falling apart, and her husband, Papoose, who has stood by her side through everything, seems disgusted by the whole thing. It seems like things are becoming messier by the minute, despite Remy's best efforts to repair the damage. It's clear that things are getting out of control as the drama progresses. Before we begin, please remember to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you can be informed of future videos like this one. Remy's activities have caused a great deal of controversy. Fans who believe their relationship would be incredibly strong will be shocked by this. As we delve into the details, it's critical to keep in mind that occasionally discussing issues is insufficient. Sometimes you can't find a middle ground, so even if you say everything you need to, it doesn't always lead to a solution. Reactions, and let's be honest, sometimes discussing a problem doesn't work. Ground, and the situation just gets worse. Let's now discuss the drama between Papoose and RemyMa. They used to be the most influential pair in the hip-hop business. Their bond was founded on love and devotion, and it appeared as though they were destined to be together. But now that there are rumors that Remy has taken some choices that have damaged their relationship, things appear to be different. The issue is that all relationships experience highs and lows. But even casual fans couldn't overlook Remy and Pap's crack when it became evident on Father's Day 2022. Usually, Remy would be spreading the word about Papoose being the best husband and father ever on social media. But that year, there were none, no cute captions, nothing, Remy doesn't feel that way, and then Papoose did something that has many people unsure of how they'll proceed going forward. But instead of castles and magic, there were beats, rap fights, and prison visits. Get it right, this is serious, she remarked after recalling Mackie in the amazing struggle with Dro, the last name she shared with Papo, and now recalling Smith on the blockchain. I know they still do the family thing, but Joe was present at a meal recently that was honoring a deceased person. I can't recall what it was exactly after Fat insisted that I go to jail. He stated that I would be locked up for some reason. He claims to have dropped weight, but he doesn't understand how I was able to platform the side any more than I comprehend how he's still the same size. On May 30, 1980, RemyMa, real name Remy Smith, was born in the Bronx's Castle Hill slums. However, she had to manage her family's addiction problems while taking care of her younger siblings, so her life wasn't easy. Rather than give in to her challenging circumstances, she resorted to poetry. Soon after she showed her skill, the late Big Pun saw it, took her under his wing, and helped her start her career. Her stardom skyrocketed once she made her debut on his album Ya Baby in 2000. Not to mention her intense affair with Papoose, you would expect to binge watch this kind of story on Netflix. Became husband and wife in February 2016. However, their journey began much earlier in 2007. Remy took things seriously on July 13th, transforming herself into the beach, each other, cheating on the ball, etc. In any case, let's hope that hip-hop and love pick it up and you all reunite. Now, how is it? I mean, I'm the boy who is, such a cheat, and I get a little bag and a little CH, a cool little, you know what I mean. I'm a bit too relaxed. I ought to have been at bar in New York. When everyone believed the authorities were looking into a shooting outside of Manhattan, Delvey, where Makita Barnes-Joseph claimed Remy had shot her following an argument over $3,000 that had supposedly gone missing. I knew I should have been on, and I would have done this right. Barnes, Makita, the club's CCTV tape revealed no brawl or dispute before the shooting, which further complicates the situation. Joseph was shot in the torso during the event. Barnes-Joseph, however, was ready to point the finger at Remy, and before long, a full-fledged case had been started. RemyMa pleaded not guilty to criminal charges and attempted homicide. The judge accused Remy of looking through Barnes-Joseph's pocketbook for the missing $3,000 while Barnes-Joseph was unconscious in the car. And this is when things become really heated. Sadly, her luck ran out, and she was convicted of unlawfully possessing a weapon and attempting to coerce someone in March 2008. She later sued Remy for $80 million for damages, and Barnes-Joseph had to have multiple operations when he fled in a getaway car. Remy was sentenced to 8 years in jail and spent 6 of those years at Bedford Hills Correctional Facility before being released in August. Papoose has stuck by Remy's side since 2014, when most men in the music industry would have left by now. This shows what it really means to be a ride or die. For the first year, he showed up every day, every visit, while I was just unwinding. You receive a visit each day while playing, and on weekends, it alternates on Saturday or Sunday. Thus, in reality, the I'm good. I'm all right, he said, and I suppose that's what he believed. When Papu noticed that Remy was doing well in prison, I said, all right, cool, and then he appeared as though he hadn't. I was rushing up there every day because it takes between 45 minutes and an hour, depending on traffic. Brought everything to a new level. He even asked her to marry him while she was still behind bars. A prison isn't the most romantic place, of course, but if love is real, it doesn't care where you are, it just shows up. The fact that Remy and Papoose planned to tie the knot in a low-key jail ceremony in 2008 shows how close they were. Even the walls of the prison couldn't shatter it, but when Peppo tried to call off the wedding, things went haywire. To smuggle in a skeleton key so he could see her famous maneuver, but what was he actually thinking? This resulted in the wedding being postponed and Stu Papoose losing his visitation rights for 6 months. Even when Remy was unable to perform or be by his side, Papoose made sure that everyone knew she was his queen in every interview and public appearance because genuine love never fades. I appreciate that you have what I'm saying, but you have an obligation to respect that. In a world where famous relationships terminate before marriage, listen up, dude. You have a happy wife and a happy life. When you get married and exchange vows, he must honor his queen. Therefore, if she has a disagreement, he must definitely take that into account before proceeding. Remy's mother, Papoose, was referred to by Blink users as the embodiment of genuine, long-lasting love. Don't assume that Papoose was envious of Remy's interactions with other men. Her job was just that, a job he made plain. He had entire faith in her and believed she would always support him. It's only a job, yes. It is merely a place of labor. Unlike you, I would never be insecure about that. Feel secure in the knowledge that she will honor you no matter what, but the issue is that we are now discussing a scenario in which everyone is acting honorably, performing their duties, and maintaining the move without feeling prince. Now let's fast forward to 2014 when Remy, after years in prison, finally walked out of the institution, and who was there to greet her? Papoose was waiting for her, his arms open from the moment they concentrated on reestablishing their lives, integrating their families, and officially getting married in February 2016. A few years later, in 2018, they welcomed their daughter Remnant, and their fans couldn't get enough. It was like a real-life redemption story unfolding before our very eyes. Remy wasted no time in getting back to business. She even started a clothing line, and she used the proceeds to support the Remnant Foundation, but let's face it, her life after prison hasn't been drama-free. In May 2019, for example, Remy turned herself in after her Ling Hypo co-star Brittany Taylor accused her of battery. The story created a stir, but by December, all charges were dropped because there wasn't enough evidence. This was another victory for her because he posted a Father's Day message to himself. And yes, you read that correctly. He shared a picture of himself with the caption was brief but packed with meaning, "Family is everything." So naturally, fans noticed something wasn't right away. The comment section exploded with people asking the same question, "Where's Remy?" Some even went so far as to ridicule their relationship, claiming that Papoose was blindly in love while Remy never was. Kids, but guess who wasn't in the picture? Felt the same way? Remy and Papoose's silence didn't help either. Their lack of response only served to fuel the flames. When rumors began to circulate about why their relationship was so chilly, RemyMa finally spoke up and said, "Come on, Jasmine, I cheated on nobody. So I don't know what y'all are talking about one more time." I never cheated on anybody, so I don't know what y'all are talking about. Even though I heard from a very reliable source that Papoose and this guy got into a really bad fight where he nearly knocked out the teeth that should have fallen out, and they were falling out on this guy, Remy got him fixed, and he entered the block easily. Oh well, at least she said something, so obviously she did, and she said that she probably left before the cheating started. The streak was that Remy cheated on Papa with easy, and Papa was cool, like industry friends who moved in the same circles. If the cheating rumors are true, it's giving me serious feelings of betrayal. How could Remy do this to the man who has supported her for years? Remy and Papoose were viewed as the hip-hop couple, the ride-or-die duo who got through everything together and came out. stronger, so the idea that she might have risked everything for someone like Easy, yeah, people were side-eyeing this whole situation to make it even worse, Wilder. There's an audio clip floating around in which someone who supposedly sounds like Easy spills all the tea and breaks down what actually happened. And that's so basically because it's just how is that going to work? How is it? Going to work and then saying, even if you return with the ball, which is fine, I'll come out and explain everything that happened. You were with each other, you were cheating on a boy, and so on. The insider says, so whatever happens, let's say Loving Hip Hop picks it up, you all get back together, and everything that happened. Pap's 46th birthday party was held at Brooklyn Chop House in New York City, but rather than giving us those power couple vibes, it felt more like an awkward work event. Let's also talk about Remy's body language, which showed that she wasn't exactly excited to be there. The internet didn't miss that, and on July 17, 2012, 4 fans noticed something really important. Remy subtly revealed Papa's last name and went back to her original name, Remy Smith. If that's not a sign that she's moving on, what is? People noticed that in the credits of her new song, Fat Joe Out of Control, she was still listed as Remy Mackie in her previous song, the Ghetto and Ratchet remix with Connie Diamond. The change was inconspicuous, but fans quickly noticed it, and suddenly, Remy's reputation took a significant hit. Hit as a wife and businesswoman, and people began to wonder if they could trust her as Psy. He tried to act unconcerned, but his career suffered as well because the scandal overshadowed everything he was doing. However, after more than a year of rumors, Remy finally had enough and caught that deal, setting the record straight once and for all by October 7, just as things seemed to settle with Tay Roc. Stirred the pot by posting on X that Ninja had a girlfriend at home with her husband this week. I can understand why he's online, but it's lonely and boring. Remy quickly clapped back, asking who he was referring to. Tay Roc said, "What's up, Remy? I'm talking about EA's, the block captain Bard, and I'm angry because his married girlfriend is with her husband today." Do you know his? Reminiscent of her signature comeback, Remy reminded everyone that she was the queen of the clapback. Tay Roc escalated the situation by sharing screenshots in which Remy mentioned Papoose, who clarified that he wasn't disrespecting her by asking her to get easy and check, while Papoose remained unbothered and leveled up quietly. This is where it gets juicy. Rumors began to circulate that Papoose had moved on. In particular, fans were overjoyed to see him move on after everything he had been through. He was reportedly dating Clarissa Shields, a younger professional boxer, and the real shocker was that she was reportedly pregnant. What about the fight? Clarissa's knockout was amazing, fire kilter. I knew she was going to blow out, but I thought it was going to be the first. But Remy wasn't feeling well, so this is where things really go wrong. Rumor has it that Remy has been following Papoose's new girlfriend, sending shady messages to her direct message system without even daring to throw hands. Let's face it, though, RemyMa, who has always been regarded as a tough comeback queen in the hip-hop industry, is now dealing with some serious issues because of those cheating rumors. Has significantly impacted her career. She was once hailed as a symbol of strength and loyalty. But now it seems as though she's the target of gossip blogs and jokes. Not to mention that the hip-hop community isn't always understanding, particularly when it comes to women. In addition to everything else, her son is dealing with some major legal issues, and without Papoose by her side, things are looking even more difficult for her. Since Papoose is out here thriving and focused on his own growth, his fans are calling him the king of loyalty, and he truly deserves it after putting Remy first for so long. Remy wants him back, but it's difficult to watch someone who once had it all now deal with these personal and professional struggles while RemyMa's life seems to be falling apart. While it's obvious that things have changed, Easy the block captain's future in battle rap appears uncertain. The drama surrounding him may have given him some attention, but was it worth it? In the rap industry, scandals like this don't always result in long-term success. The question now is whether he can move past all of this and continue playing the game. What do you all think? Is this really the end for Remy and Papoose, or do they still have a chance to correct things? Rebound from this circumstance, or has her career been too severely harmed? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. I'd love to know what you think. That's all for today, everyone. If you want to be informed about the most recent rumors and hot topics, don't forget to ring and press that subscribe button to ensure you don't miss the notification bell. Any recent videos similar to this